I would like to have a conversation today about what it means to intentionally misunderstand other people's perspectives, other people's thoughts, other people's feelings. A lot of what I've been doing lately includes understanding why some of our systems are the way they are and how they're built. And it's a lot of conversations happening with several different groups on how they operate. And from a conversation that was had today, there was a young woman, well, a couple of young ladies that were assigned to view how their roles uphold systematic racism. And in this particular group, they are the only group of predominantly white people. And this group seems to not understand the assignment and what is being asked of them. And maybe that will cause a little more education on their part as far as what we can tell them and how they can work themselves into understanding why these systems uphold racism and other discriminatory acts. But beyond that, I had a conversation with someone on TikTok. A lady posted that people on food stamps do not need junk food. And what I was trying to relay to her was that, well, let's go back and talk about what her personal experience was. She was raised in the 80s, early 90s, I think she said, and she received government cheese. Yes, I was trying to explain to her that her food stamps did not buy government cheese. That was a subsidy. That was something that was handed out to you either at a food bank or at your local social services. That was just handed to you. You did not buy that with your food stamps. Your parents bought other stuff with food stamps, but I'm guessing she doesn't know what they were buying with the food stamps. She said that she got meat from her local farmer or her uncle or something like that, and they split a cow and they split a pig and they put it in the freezer. So what I was trying to explain to her, and believe me, she was open to the conversation, but what bothered me was her comment section. They were not open to understand that that's her lived experience. We cannot apply what she learned and what she experienced while on food stamps to everybody. You can't live in the inner city and say that me and my aunts are splitting a hog, or me and my uncles are cutting up this cow and we're gonna split it between all the aunts and uncles. That is not possible within the inner city. She was very adamant, and so were the others in the comments about junk food not being a need. And I don't know why they don't try to educate themselves. Like, this is what I mean by being intentionally ignorant. Have you not been to areas where there are no grocery stores? Have you not seen what they have available to them? And if you haven't, try to educate yourself on those type of things. Don't just sit around and go, they don't deserve it, or they shouldn't have it. It's not a need, that's a want. Sometimes that's all they got at their local store is junk food, nothing of substance. And if it is something of substance, it is extremely expensive. She also threw out that, they can have Uber, they can order from Uber. Do you not understand that Uber increases their prices? Why not let's just say they need grocery stores? There are actual food deserts out here. How about we try to get them grocery stores instead of saying what you feel like someone else should be doing on welfare with their money? How about let's look at the deeper root causes and try to help with those situations? This is why I say it is intentional ignorance. You just want people to live the life that you live, to do it the way you thought your parents did it. Because if you thought your parents was using your food stamps for government cheese, you dead wrong. And any of the other things, the powdered milk and things like that, they weren't using their food stamps for that. I don't know what they were using them for, but that was free as a subsidy. So that's what bothers me about that whole comment section, is that everybody was intentionally not trying to hear anything outside of their lived experience or what they thought people should have. What I was looking at the other day is just Iowa has all these restrictions on food stamps, because again, in those comments as well, people were stating how that's good, they don't need junk food. But in those same restrictions, they couldn't buy flour. They could buy flour. They could not buy sugar. They could not buy baking soda. They couldn't buy chocolate. They couldn't buy so many things that they could sit at home and make their own snacks. So they can't go to the store and buy them. They can't actually buy the groceries that could make them. What do we expect of people? Why do we treat people like they don't deserve, when you probably don't deserve either, but you have the means to get it? And that has been my irritation for the day. Intentional ignorance. That's all. That's my rant. I'm done yapping.